Hello and welcome back to our Flash series. We are in Chapter 6, Creating Basic Animation, and I would like to show you in this video how to use the guide paths. So let's get into that. Now, we've gone and got rid of our turtle file. Let's go into File and Open. And go and look for, so if we were in desktop and we find off where all our lesson 6 are, we're going to be wanting our car road. So let's open up that and click open. Now that's a little bit too zoomed in for me, so I'm going to double click and make that 70% and press return. I'm going to move the car out to one side at the moment, and I'm going to need to create another layer. So I've clicked on the new layer, double click layer, and I'm going to call it path. Right, so press return and you'll see that there's nothing on this layer at the moment. However, I have selected it, I've got my pencil, and I've made it a nice bright colour. And I'm going to draw the path I want my car to eventually take. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw along here, up, down, and around, and I'm going to come back this way, and I'm going to finish down here. Now, everything I'm showing you could do with motion tween by moving things around, moving the nodes around and the handles, but this is a much quicker way. So on this path now, it's gone from white to grey, so there's something there, and please make sure that on this path you've put your pencil lines. Too often people put them on the car layer and it's not going to work. So we need to create a path. At the moment all these icons are showing a new layer. So I'm going to right click, and you'll see that we did this before because we've used a mask in previous videos. We don't want a mask this time, we want to use guide. So click on guide, and we have a hammer. Now we want to link the car layer to the path, and what we need to do is to lift and draw in slightly. So I'm going to select the car, I'm going to lift, and your line here needs to be indented. So that little circle needs to be there, and release. Now we've got our path and our car. Now we can only use a classic tween. So right click, create classic tween. And you'll notice that the car has immediately moved to the start of this. And the reason for that is if we went to view and snapping, we've got snap to line, snap to guide, and snap to objects, which we would you'll need to have on. So back into with our car, we've created a classic tween. We move our timeline, and we move our car. We're going to put our car not over here, but to the end line here. So let's select our car, and it will snap to the end of that line. Now we want the car to face the other way. So I've got my free transform, and I'm going to turn it 180 degrees. Okay, now as I move my timeline back, you'll see that it should be going along the line. Okay, let's see it going forward. So press play, and it's following that line nicely. Okay, now to improve the look of this vehicle going along the path, so it's going along the majority of the time, we want to click anywhere we want, say here, and we want to orient to path. Okay, so let's see what it looks like now. And that's not too bad. You are welcome to, at points where it's not quite right, to click and have a go using the transform tool to reorientate your car. But for the sake of time, I'm going to leave you with that. But what we've used in this case is a guide path, and we've attached the car and the classic tween to the guide path to produce that effect. Okay, so thanks for watching that video. Have a go using the guide path and see what imaginative paths you can use for your car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.